Hi guys, as you can tell, I am still really sick. I have bronchitis and a double ear infection, which is why there was no video on Wednesday, but I really wanted to get this book review out to you before next week. I thought about waiting a full week, but you guys were amazing on my first booktube video. There were so many comments, there was so many likes, there was just so many awesome people that came to that video. I didn't want to make you wait a full extra week for something, so I decided to get this book review to you. So I don't want to make this a long, crazy intro, but one thing I did want to mention is, if you can't tell, I have a tripod officially. Yay! Amazon was amazing. They worked with me since the package said shipped and it wasn't shipped, and it was just this whole thing, but they worked with me and I now have my tripod, which makes this so much easier, especially because I want to be able to show you the book that I'm reviewing. So, the book that I'm going to be reviewing for you today is 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. I want to start by saying this is not a book that I would have normally picked up for review. This is actually kind of in the self-help department kind of thing, and that's not really my thing. I usually like to read kind of lighter books, things about relationships. I'm really into that kind of stuff. But not relationships like psychoanalysis relationships, which kind of is what this book is about. But there was a video going around on Facebook, which I'm going to try to find for you guys and link it below. But there was a video going around, and it was about a couple talking about the 5 love languages and what they learned about it, and I thought it was super awesome, and I really wanted to learn more about it. So I popped onto Amazon and I said, hey, you know, it's not that expensive for this book. It's pretty short. I mean, it's really not that long. Actually, it is, let's see, 203 pages, but with that, there is an actual quiz. You can find out what your love language is. And it's a really quick read. I mean, look at the text here. It's not tiny or anything like that, and there's lots of spacing between it, and there's pull-out quotes and things like that. So it's honestly, it's great. So the 5 love languages. This book is about relationships, clearly, and it can also be applied to all different types of relationships in your life, not just love relationships, but relationships with your kid, relationships with friends, relationships with coworkers. It's basically about communicating with people and realizing that we don't all react and respond well to the same things. So just because you know, do really well with, like, people saying to you, hey, you did a great job today, just because that means a ton to you, doesn't mean that it means the same to somebody else. Maybe that other person needs you to buy them a gift, or maybe they need you to cook them dinner that night, or something like that. So I wanted to kind of just, I'm not gonna make this really spoilery, even though, I mean, it's not that kind of book anyway. But I want to keep my reviews a little bit more over the top, a little bit more broad, because I don't want to alienate anybody who hasn't read it, and I do want to encourage you guys to read it. So, the 5 languages discussed in this book are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. So basically the book goes through and talks about this psychiatrist's experiences with different couples, and how he learned about the 5 love languages and how he applied them to the relationships of these couples, and how it helped them to kind of realize that they need to love their partner differently. So for me, my primary love language is quality time. So basically what that says to me is that it means more to me for somebody to take a day and just spend time with me than it does for somebody to come home and, you know, tell me how proud they are of me, or that they love me, or stuff like that. Like, that doesn't have as big of an impact on me, because for me, showing me that you care is spending time with me, showing me that I'm important to you, showing me that you care about me. And that made a lot of sense to me. A lot of relationships I've been in, and even friendship relationships and stuff, I got very, I guess, sad, depressed, whatever you want to call it, when people didn't have time for me. I mean, life happens, but that was what really got to me, where even if somebody was sending me 1,001 text messages telling me how awesome I was to them, and, you know, maybe they were sending me this really cool gift for my birthday or whatever it was, if they weren't spending time with me, I didn't really feel as important. So that really did make sense to me. But there is a super awesome quiz at the back of this book that you can take the test yourself and find out what your love language is, and then also have your significant other take the test and find out what their love language is. And that way you can find out what works best for you guys and try to strengthen your relationship even more. I did not pick this book up because we were having any issues in my relationship or anything like that. But I'm always looking for ways to keep things going, ways to make things better. I'm somebody that is known for doing crazy, like, weird date things. I used to go on Dating Divas. I don't know if you guys have ever been to that website, but I used to go there a lot, and I would do some of their date ideas. But I was running out of time. I work 7 days a week, and so time was really kind of low for me. So that wasn't happening as much. So I wanted to see, like, what else I could do to kind of really connect with my partner and tell him that I love him. And I wanted to see if maybe there was just a few tweaks that I could make. And this book really kind of helped me with that. His primary love language, we found out, is acts of service. So I try to make it more of a priority to cook him dinner every night. I'm not so good at it because I do get home late a lot of nights, but I do make it more of a priority now. I try to, make sure that I'm doing, picking up around the house or doing what I can to kind of show him that I care about him. Acts of service is really difficult for me because I am never home. I am working a ton. And when I'm not working, I'm trying to do my videos, or I am writing my book, or I am, doing something else, because when I do finally have free time, I want to spend it doing what I want to do. So it's definitely adjustment for me. But this book is what kind of got me to learn that that's something I need to do. If I want this relationship to work, then I really need to kind of focus on the things that are important to him. I can't just say, hey, you want to spend a day Pokemon going, because that's not what's important to him. Pokemon going isn't that important to him. So I'm sorry, I'm moving around because I realized that I am really not well in this frame. I just got this tripod. I'm trying to kind of figure it out, trying to kind of learn where the best place to put it is. And currently I'm very low in the screen, and that's kind of weird for me, but it is what it is for right now, for this video, to get it out there and to kind of live and learn, I guess, kind of thing. But anyways, this book is amazing. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason I don't give it 5 stars is because I wanted a little bit more, I guess, I wanted more than just one story for each love language. It's great to have the one, they're really great stories and all of that, but I just kind of wanted to see a little bit more in depth about that. But I mean, this book would probably be 500 pages if they did that. So clearly that's not something they can do, but that's the only reason. I wanted a little bit more out of it. But I'm also going to link down below a link to their website where you can take the quiz and find out what your love language is if you're just kind of trying to see if this is something that's interesting to you, but you're not really sure if it's something you want to read. Take that quiz, see what your love language is, see if it makes sense to you, and then come grab the book. I'm going to link where to get this book on Amazon, and yes, I'm going to use an affiliate link so that anybody that buys this book, I will receive a little bit back from it. I don't want that to be hidden or anything like that. But I'm going to link that below as well. So if you do check it out, please let me know. And if you've already read it, please let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I am really happy to be part of this BookTube community, and thank you for watching this review. Next week I am going to be doing something a little bit different. It's going to be book related, absolutely, but it will not be a book review. But it's something I'm very excited about, and it's something that I've been wanting to do forever, combining two of my favorite things. So I really hope you come back for that. That will be up on Wednesday of this week, so it's going to be a little bit shorter time in between for videos this time, but I will do my best to get it up. So I hope you guys come back. Thank you so much for watching.